This is what you might have missed on BCSN's Sports Nightly.
Welcome back. Well, here is a classic movie line for you. We're on a mission from God. That coming from the Blues Brothers back in 1980, 13 years before Toledo Rocket tight end Alex Zmolik was born. But those words, a perfect description of what Zmolik is doing with his life. Entering his senior season, Rocket tight end Alex Zmolik has 3 touchdown catches in his career. 2 as a true freshman, and this one as a sophomore against Eastern Michigan.
Touchdown!
And while his stats may not jump off the page, his ability, his work ethic, and his character definitely do.
He's a phenomenal teammate. Obviously this year was voted by his team as a captain on our football team. I think that's maybe as big of a award that you can get anytime your own players have that much trust in you to lead their team. I think that says a lot about who he is both on and off the field. But you know, he's kind of become that go-to guy for us in some really critical situations through the last 2 years. You know, I think his football days are not over after Toledo. I think he's a young man that's got the ability to continue to play on, and he's worked really hard at it. You know, he came in here as a wide receiver and had to move to tight end, put on some weight, but he's worked really hard to be a great player. And you know, here's a young man that's played since his true freshman year. So, you know, he equal to what he is off the field and what he is to our football team off it. He's more than that on the football field. You can always rely on Alex to be a great player.
And a great leader. But getting to that point as a college kid isn't always easy.
Well, just talk about a kid that's really taken a 180 in his life. You know, someone who has really not been, you know, too religious up to this point, and then now to kind of open up and to kind of, you know, search for what he, you know, wants in his life, and that's a relationship with God, and that's, you know, that's utmost importance to him, and it shows. But now he's a changed man, and that's kind of things that he, you know, finds important, and props to him. I mean, he's running that, you know, FCA for here, a little Bible study on Monday nights, and you know, someone who's just kind of, you know, stepping up and kind of taking a leadership role in that regard.
The foundation has been there for years.
Well, I mean, really, it's something I've been doing my whole life. Growing up, I've been going on mission trips since I was 9. Going all around the world with my parents and with my church. I remember I was 9 years old and my dad had been to the Philippines with our church, and I remember him asking me like, hey, you want to go to the Philippines? And my mom was like, he's not going to the Philippines, like, don't take him. And but it was just me and him, we went, and I remember just hanging out with the kids. They were like my age at the time, and just like they were like my best friends, like, and we couldn't even speak the same language. We were just hanging out and playing games and stuff, and so that's when it first started. And so ever since, I think I've been on 6 since then, and so we just keep on going and keep on trying to help people.
As he did this past summer, Zmolik took one of those mission trips to Nicaragua, and like the 5 previous trips before that, it was a physically challenging but emotionally uplifting journey for the 6'5", 250-pounder from Port Huron, Michigan.
A lot of times you'll go and you'll be in the same place doing the same thing, and we got to go all over the city of Managua in this area called Cristo Rey. The first thing we did is we went to a church and we helped paint it. We painted the whole outside of it, and like, I don't paint much, and like they were like, you paint the whole front of the church, and I'm like, the front? Like, that's what everyone sees. Like, sure, like, all right. So I just paint the church, and then we went into this really poor area. It's like a landfill that this community of people got moved into. It's really, really dirty, and it smells really bad. And the church needed a cement floor. The floor of the church was dirt, and so we went in with shovels. You got rocks, water, sand, and cement mix, and you just mix it all together. It was like 7 hours of laying this like cement floor. And then the next day, we got to go and help building a little house that they were making for a family. And it was really cool because when we were working on the church, a lot of kids were around us, hanging out like from the community, and they like to like see the Americans and mess with them and stuff. And like this one kid, he kept calling me a Nina, which means like little girl. He kept calling me that the whole time, and like that's all we'd say is like Nina back and forth. But it was like the funniest thing. And to come to find out that kid was the kid we were building the house for, and we didn't know until the house was done. And he came, and they were like, what are you doing here? Like, and he was like, this is my house. And like, really emotional moment for us. And then the next 2 days we spent at the orphanages. And then one day the orphans came to where we were at, and we had like a pool party for them. And so that was really cool interacting with them.
You know, I think he's had a major impact on obviously grooming the culture of our football program, but also had a major impact on really impacting the lives of players within our program. And ultimately, that's what I hope to get out of our program, and he's been a major reason why.
There's got to be some kind of perspective that you have that maybe not everybody has.
I mean, I used to get really stressed out about football. I used to get anxious and make mistakes, and now it's kind of, it's important, and I prepare every week the same, but it's, you know, it's just less stress. It's just not, I just got this peace about it, you know. It's like, it's football. I love it. It's important to me. It's my job right now, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's a game, and there's more important things in life.
Be sure to watch Sports Nightly weeknights at 10:30 on BCSN and follow us on Twitter at sports_nightly.